That's what I wasn't doing spoilers. I've abandoned this channel again. There was two reasons for that. One of them is my fault, one of them isn't. The reason that isn't my fault is because I have 9 clips that I've recorded. One of them is from Power Wash, which I beat that last week, by the way. The other 8 is from the game I went on to after Power Wash, LA Noir. But my PlayStation just won't let me view my clips. It just keeps on loading over and over again, even though technically it shouldn't have to load because it's a fucking download. Like, it's not that it's cloud storage that this goes to, it's downloaded onto my PlayStation. It says that it's taking up 200 megabytes of my PlayStation. So, it shouldn't have to fucking load, it should just be there. But anyway, the reason that is my fault is because of Sonic. We went to see it for Dylan's birthday, and then we stayed at his house, and we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and we decided that whoever has the least, whoever submits the least funny card is the loser, and the loser has to take a shot of vodka. I got the loser quite often, so I wasn't feeling well on Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, I just kept on forgetting. But anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, universally positive ratings. I watched it in cinema. Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey, Kristen Ritter, Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Idris Elba, Shamar Moore. Yes, Randall makes an appearance in this, as does Rachel. This is the best in the series, in my opinion. And I think in the opinion of everyone else that I've heard talk about it. The first one was pretty good. The second one, they stepped it up. The third one, they stepped it up. And to be clear, I was a bit worried about this because if you were to boil down the plot of Sonic 2 to the basics, it would be Knuckles and Eggman team up to fight Sonic. Eggman betrays Knuckles. Knuckles and Sonic team up to fight Eggman. And then, based on the trailer for this, it seemed like the plot was going to be Shadow and Eggman team up to defeat Sonic. Then Eggman betrays Shadow. Shadow teams up with Sonic to defeat Eggman. And that is what happens in this. But there's so much more to it that it doesn't matter. Like, it's doing enough differently to be separate, if you know what I mean. This one goes hard. Like, really hard. We have, once again, the Supersonic and all that, and then we have Knuckles, not Knuckles, we have Shadow teaming up as well, like in Sonic Adventure 2, and they actually played the song from Sonic Adventure 2, and, Jesus Christ, it goes hard. I was kind of expecting there to be a Eggman making an announcement, if you know what I mean, but that didn't happen. Fine by me, because, as I said, film just as is. And then with the post credits and all, where they show Metal Sonic and But it's actually like a fucking fake out, because it's not Metal Sonic is going to be Sonic 4, it's Amy. Maybe Metal Sonic is development, I don't know. Is Jim Carrey has stepped up as well. Like Jim Carrey's perfect, but I mean, he's better in this than he was in 1 and 2, which is saying a lot. I think the only complaint I have about this film is the fact that it makes it seem like Eggman's dead. But they're not going to do that because that's retarded. So they shouldn't have made it seem like that's what's happening, because it just isn't. And we all know that's not happening. Anyway, beginning review, Funko Fusion. I've been waiting 3 months to play this game. I'm very disappointed. Let me blow my nose. Hold on. I pre-ordered this game in August. It came out in September, like I think either the week before or week after Astrobot. And I was hoping to have enough space by the time it came out to play it, but I didn't. And then when I didn't have enough space, I had to choose between Funko Fusion and Astrobot, and I chose Astrobot. But then by the time I beat Astrobot, there other things had popped up, and I was putting my focus on them, so I didn't get around to doing Funko till now. And maybe I wouldn't have been as disappointed as I am if I played it when it came out, because I wouldn't have been waiting as long. But yeah, this game is, in terms of quality, it's on par with Suicide Squad. I get that they need to like really step away from Lego so it doesn't seem like a Lego clone, but they've gone too far. It is incredibly boring. It is not satisfying. It's quite repetitive, to be honest. I had to look up a walkthrough for every single fucking level. Well, bar the last one. I played the Scott Pilgrim levels, to be clear. But every single level, bar the last one, I had to look up a walkthrough, because it's just... I get that they're trying not to hold your hand through the game, but because of how it works, they probably would be better off holding your fucking hand the entire time. Like, in the case of level 4, and it's the same for all of them, but I'm just going to use level 4 as an example because it's one I played most recently. You have to find 5 different parts for an amp, and say you find a part, it's on the other end of the map from where the amp is. You have to carry it over to where the amp is while you're getting shot at and shit, and it's just, you cannot dodge anything. Like, I've tried, you just can't. And then you drop it, and it's absolute bullshit. I was about to carry the last thing I needed to the amp, and I died just as I stepped onto the platform. And this was my second time dying in that level. And I had, say, 10k vinyl, or whatever the currency in the game is called. Like, first time I died, it was like, say, 2k to revive myself. And then I wanted to revive myself, and it said, like, say, 5k. So I put in the 5k. And then it said, you need 2k to revive yourself. So I put in another 2k, so I was left with 3k. And it said, you need 1.5k. And I kept on putting in, and then to the point where I had no money left. And then it said, reviving yourself costs nothing. And I held down the button to revive myself, and it didn't work. So I just had to restart from the start, and it's bullshit. So, really, I do not want to play this. It's boring. It's bullshit. Like, that's the TLDR. But I'm going to continue anyway. And before I move on, one last thing I have to say about this. I don't know how to get to the next fucking like world. Like, you do the last level of Scott Pilgrim in my case, and then you get back out to the hub. I tried to get back up to where Freddy Funko is, and that took me a while. Eventually, I found my way up, and it it said go here, do this. I talked to Freddy. Put the crowns into the place where you put the crowns in. Um, so now there's no markers telling me what to do. I thought maybe I need to switch my character, so I tried to switch my character to someone from Hot Fuzz because I was going to do Hot Fuzz next. It's not letting me change for some reason. I can only go to certain characters, and as far as I know, the only characters I'm allowed to go to are DLC characters. And then I looked around to see who I could switch to, and I saw that I could switch to Ian Malcolm from specifically from Jurassic World Dominion. I don't get why specifically that film, but anyway, switched to him, and I thought, right, I'll go into the room where the levels are. And I went in, and it's still Scott Pilgrim. So I just don't know how to switch. The Responder, Universal Depository Readings, BBC Original Series watched on BBC. Martin Freeman. Warren Brown. David Bradley. Sue Johnston. Reviewing this is going to be extremely hard because I started watching this in July. Like I was sick in July, and I had started watching this, and then I alternate between watching this and watching Rebus. But I didn't finish either of them because being sick, I just couldn't be bothered. And then I didn't try it again until I don't know when, and I just watched it in small increments until eventually I finished it like sometime last week, and I just haven't got around to doing the review till now. Maybe it's because I was sick, but I didn't like it. From what I remember, I didn't like it when I watched it when I was sick, but the bits that I watched when I wasn't sick, I did enjoy. So I'm going to continue with it. And that's all I'm going to say in this review because I'm sorry that it wasn't much of a review. But it's all I can do. And this isn't related to the Responder, but it's just something I want to mention. I don't know what I need to review and what I don't need to review. Because, right, okay, that's fine. I've just been watching random bits and pieces because I've been constantly sick and shit. In the past couple of weeks. So it's kind of hard to tell what I actually finished the first episode of and what I didn't. And then there were a couple things that I rewatched, which I don't usually do. Spy X Family, universally positive ratings. I watched it on Netflix. No, my phone turns 5 years old next month. I desperately need a new one. I quite enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to watching it anyway, but then I've seen a video that FE made, and I don't remember exactly what they said, but it made me even more interested to watch it, but I just didn't because I was busy or I wasn't in the mood at the time, and then eventually I thought, right, this is probably one of those ones that someone is going to want to watch with me. And then I decided, nah, fuck it, I'll just watch it. And then I watched it, quite enjoyed it. Sorry for all the yab.